In a quiet forest, an old magical book lay on a stone. When it opened, glowing letters rose up, and a wonderful story came to life. This is the story of Snow White. Snow White was not just a princess, she was the kindest person in the whole kingdom. Every morning, she walked through the village with a happy smile. People waved to her, and animals followed her gently. One day, she saw a scared little dog hiding behind a basket. Everyone loved Snow White. But inside the tall castle lived someone who did not. The queen cared about one thing, being the most beautiful woman in the world. She spoke to her magic mirror every day.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all? Snow White is the fairest of them all.
The queen felt something terrible in her heart. Jealousy. It grew bigger and darker every time she heard Snow White's name. The queen became so angry that she made a cruel plan.
Then Snow White must go. If she stays, I will never be the fairest.
She called the royal huntsman, a strong man with a gentle heart.
Take Snow White into the forest. Do not let her return.
The huntsman knew he could never hurt Snow White. But the queen left him no choice. Snow White happily followed the huntsman, not knowing the danger. They walked deeper into the forest until they reached a quiet place. The huntsman suddenly fell to his knees.
Please forgive me. The queen wants to harm you. Run, Snow White, run and don't look back.
She wants to hurt me? But why?
Snow White felt her heart drop. But she trusted the huntsman's fear and ran into the woods. The forest grew darker and louder. Snow White tripped over roots and pushed branches away. She felt alone and scared. But the forest was kinder than it looked. Little animals peeked from behind trees. They saw Snow White's tears and came closer. A small bird chirped softly, almost saying, "Follow us." And Snow White did. The animals led Snow White to a tiny cottage with a crooked roof. She knocked softly. No answer. Inside, the house was warm, but very messy.
Maybe the people who live here are busy. I'll help them by cleaning.
She washed the dishes, swept the floor, folded blankets. And finally, tired from the long day, she lay down across 7 little beds and fell asleep. That evening, the 7 dwarfs came home from the gem mines, singing happily. But as soon as they opened the door, they froze.
Something's different.
The dishes are clean.
And the floor's not dusty. Someone's been in our house.
They tiptoed to the bedroom and found Snow White sleeping peacefully. She slowly opened her eyes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I was lost and tired, so I cleaned your house to say thank you.
The dwarfs listened to her story with soft hearts.
You can stay with us.
But no messing up the house.
And just like that, Snow White found a new family. Snow White made the cottage feel warm and cheerful. Every morning she cooked breakfast and wished the dwarfs a safe day.
Be careful at the mines, and don't forget your lunch.
We won't.
Life was perfect, but not for long. Back at the castle, the queen stood proudly before her mirror once
Mirror,
again.
mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all? Snow White, who lives with the 7 dwarfs in the forest, is still the fairest of them all.
The queen's anger exploded. She decided to finish Snow White herself. The queen mixed a potion in her dark chamber. Green smoke filled the room as she changed shape. When the smoke cleared, she looked like a harmless old woman. The old woman found the cottage and knocked gently. Snow White opened the window with her usual kindness.
Hello, dearie. Try my lovely red apple. Just one bite.
Snow White trusted the kind face. She took a bite and fell to the ground. When the dwarfs came home, they found Snow White lying still. They tried everything, but the spell was too strong. They cried together and placed her in a glass coffin, so they could always see her sweet face. One day, a prince passing through the forest saw the beautiful girl in the glass coffin. He felt something in his heart. He knew her.
I have heard your voice before. Your kindness lives in this forest.
He gently kissed Snow White, and the magic broke. Snow White breathed and opened her eyes.
Where am I?
The dwarfs cheered with joy. Snow White hugged the dwarfs tightly. She promised she would never forget them. She left with the prince toward his bright, peaceful kingdom, and Snow White lived happily ever after, her kindness shining brighter than any magic. Our tale ends here, but many more stories are waiting. Tell me, dear friends, what story would you like to hear next? Next page will open for you.